Hello, I'm Joshikins, and welcome to another little vlog review, this time of the Strain episode, The Master. We have reached it, folks. We have reached the season finale, and I believe season 2 will be coming next year. But anyways, for this episode, we find out something really interesting about the Master. You know that whole thing about vampires being killed by sunlight? The Master gets hit with a shit load of sunlight and he manages to live and run away. And, you know, part of me was going by Satrakian and all the other guys, why aren't you just, killing the Master while he's down? But I think it's the whole shock of seeing your head villain not being killed by the thing that's supposed to kill them. A species. And maybe they're in utter shock what the fuck they're seeing. 2, what if it doesn't work? What if what has killed vampire after vampire after vampire doesn't work on the Master because he's not being suspiciously harmed by sunlight? Oh, yeah. Another big thing after, the Master not being destroyed by sunlight that's being set up for season 2 is, are the ancients. You see Gus basically being put into this room, or I guess there's sacrificial blood on the floor, and there's these 3 special vampires. And the one creepy vampire thingy that we have seen throughout the season popping up now and again says that these are the ancients, and I guess they're powerful, they're like the Master, I guess, but unlike the Master, they're sleeping. I guess because we all enjoy a good nap, and so they're sleeping, and I guess all of them have an agreement, not to try to take over the world like the Master is doing. The Master, he's like a rogue. He's a rogue that's going against the rules, and I guess that's setting up for a war in season 2. Because the ancients will probably wake up and will be both hungry and pissed. Like, really? And probably the Master has been a rogue for a long time, because those ancients seem to be pretty comfy where they are. So I can't wait to see what happens with them in season 2. And I am going to try to read the books one day. I'm just finishing up 50 Shades Freed, and I'm going to next look up Gone Girl or The Maze Runner. After I'm done shooting this, I'm going to buy Gone Girl so I can choose between that and The Maze Runner to reward myself after 50 Shades Freed, because that's fucking terrible. Anyways, finally, Satrakian is extremely shaken up this episode. He's in more shock than we've seen him. And he was already in shock at the beginning of this episode because he had to go away and leave his dead wife's heart, the last thing he had of her, So yeah, he's shaken up by that at the beginning, and then at the end he has to deal with what he has been fighting for an extremely long time is much different than what he thought he was. That things are just different, that he doesn't know something, and he's used to knowing stuff. He's used to being the teacher. Now his role is back to the role of student. And I'm going to be really interested if they run into the, for lack of a better term this season, the good vampires. We'll of course see how that changes in season 2. And if you've read the books, don't put any spoilers, full dick. And yeah, my final thoughts for the Strain episode: the Master is that I fucking hate my phone, and that it was a decent season finale, and that it's setting up things. It's not really meant to be this big show. It's meant to set things up, and it does that well. It sets up the Master is something else. You know, how to stop him, how to figure that out. It sets up the Ancients. It sets up the fact that now we have this one little group, and Zach has to deal with what his mother has become. Satrakian has to deal with the fact that he doesn't know everything, that he is out of his league, and he needs to learn how to deal with that. Of course, other things were set up. Those were big things, and I like that they set up things for the future. To me, it makes it, hey, it's okay that we didn't get a big show, because we got setting up. We got basically what to look forward to in season 2 as a big episode. And I have been Jashikins, owner at jashikins.blogspot.com. If you go to my blog, you will see vlogs like these. I also have the latest episode of Josh Talks up there, and J&J Mondays. And I'm sorry about any, especially during a certain part of J&J Mondays this week, since I was filming them back to back, and I was running on a lack of sleep. So, fun times all around. And I worked on the latest chapter of SNN tonight, so hopefully in a few days that will be up on the blog. And if you go to my blog, you can, also go on the sidebar thingy and see where else I am on the web and say hi. And if you're watching this on the YouTubes, go in the description and you'll see a link to donate your account. And if you donate your Twitter and or Facebook accounts to my campaign, thank you very much. This will help spread the gospel word of Jashkins. And until next video, goodbye.